My name is Felicia Harris Felder-Haney. I am a cancer survivor, and as Robin Roberts says, she is a cancer thriver. So I won't be accused of plagiarism. I'm going to adopt, in quotes, her commitment to surviving breast cancer. So I, like Robin Roberts, am a thriver, and I take that seriously because, in my opinion, when persons are diagnosed with any form of cancer, they have the tendency to think that cancer is a death sentence, and cancer is not a death sentence. To me, being a breast cancer survivor means that I have an opportunity to fulfill some of the goals that I've set for myself. It makes me more appreciative of life, and this is a cliche, in the pursuit of happiness. I've been blessed to have had the good fortune to work with a local radiologist, and her name is Dr. Kamilia Kozlowski. She is the organizer and originator an entrepreneur who has successfully grown the Knoxville Comprehensive Breast Center into the enterprise that it is now. Phenomenal, caring, thorough. It's such a wonderful facility. I jokingly asked her once if I could rent it out on the weekend to have a party there. No patient leaves the office of the Kent Center without a thorough examination. It's impacted my life in a positive way because I hope that when I tell my story, if people are willing to listen or if they ask, I don't force my baggage on anyone. But if I'm approached or if I'm asked a question about the disease, I give them an opportunity to, if they want to share with me their story, then I tell them what my experience has been, and I try my best to encourage. It's such a personal issue. In other words, who am I to say what you should do with your body? It's also good to know that there are people at the Knoxville Comprehensive Breast Center that care enough about their patients individually and collectively that they take the time to explain it. Some people who say, I'll never have one. I have a best friend who says she'll never have a mammogram. And I work with people who say that they don't want the radiation in their bodies. Well, they have a right to their opinion. But what's right for Felicia, with the guidance of Dr. Kozlowski, I have chosen to follow her the examination and her recommendations and her treatment. And I've been blessed to have known her and to have worked with her and to have her wonderful staff embrace me. I can't say enough or loud enough or encourage women enough to have their annual mammograms. But it also gives me an opportunity to, quote unquote, spread the word. Let people know that cancer really is not a death sentence, and that early treatment, early detection, caring physicians, and people who've been through this and have survived, I'm blessed to have had the opportunity to share in their stories, to encourage them, to give something back to the community, and not to take and say, thank you for the opportunity to tell people like Robin Roberts what it is to be a cancer thriver. Yeah. Through the years, I have had two, what I call scares in quotes. I've been diagnosed with cancer recently in the year 2009, but in 1989, she discovered a lump in my left breast. It was removed, and fortunately, it was not cancerous, it was benign. In 1990, after the surgery, we thought we found another reason to be concerned, but that was also benign. At her request and her guidance, through her guidance, I have been able to have a yearly mammogram up until 2009. In 2009, when I went in for my regular mammogram checkup, May 13th to be exact, in 2009, there was a question about what she thought she found via the x-ray. After the mammogram and the x-rays, she suggested I have an MRI, which I did. The MRI came, the results of it was inconclusive also. So finally, in July of 2009, she did a biopsy. And that's when we decided, along with Dr. George Weber Sr., that I should have some type of surgery. I chose to have a mastectomy. It was my decision. It was a radical one, but at my age, I felt like, and in much as I'd had 2 other scares, I thought the best thing for me to do was to go along with the decision that I made, and they were comfortable with it. So I had a mastectomy in 2009. And I think in addition to being frightened, scared, not knowing what the results were going to be, I would not have survived the recovery without the aid of my dear sister. Her name is Barbara Lynn Ivy Yarn, who just happens to be an anesthesiologist. And because of her care and her attention to me after surgery, I was able to get through it. It has also been my good fortune to have been with Dr. Kozlowski for over 25 years. She started her practice in the Testament Twin Towers over 25 years ago. And it was my good fortune, as I said, to have been one of her patients. I owe her, I owe Robin Roberts and all the other cancer survivors and thrivers much, because on them and their knowledge about the disease has helped me tremendously.